Hey guys, welcome back to FRUGONI Open Fire Cooking for today's recipe. What the hell is that? Santi! Yeah! Yeah! Dude, did you get it?
Yes, I got it.
No way! Let's go, baby!
I told you.
Okay, guys, that was very funny. We are very happy that Santi's back. We don't know where he was all this time, but let's not ask any questions. He brought us a beautiful, beautiful Australian lamb. So today cook is gonna be a whole lamb asador style in the open fire. Are you ready? Vamos! For today's grill, we're gonna use the Orin from Fog STX. We're gonna use the rack. We're gonna cook asador style with post oak that Santi is here building the fire. So happy I have Santi back. Vamos, vamos, Santi, la concha de la lora. Stay with me. Let's learn how to cook a whole lamb. Vamos. Beautiful, beautiful lamb. Look at that. I think it's over 45 pounds. It looks like, yeah, it's probably close to 50. The first thing we're gonna do, we need to open it, butterfly it. So we're gonna start with the legs here. Right, you start cutting muscles until you're gonna reach this bone here. So use a cleaver, don't use a chef knife because you're gonna ruin it. Trust me, I said it by experience. Perfect. You need to find where the rib attaches to the spine and you start working. You don't have to do it the first time. If Santi start pressuring here, it's gonna break the ribs. You don't wanna do that. But yes, he has to start making a little pressure, right? See, you can see, and you can go all the way down there. Again, be patient. It doesn't have to be like fast. Ahí está. See? Perfecto. Look, check this out, guys. How the spine opened perfectly. There's not a lot of meat here. That's the vacío here. Remember the vacío? We talk about the vacío. That's the mini flank, the flap. I'm gonna try to dislocate as much bones as we can to the chiropractor. Can you imagine Santa being your chiropractor? Here in the neck is a lot of meat. See how it's stiff like that? Well, I don't have a neck. I don't know. You realize I don't have a neck? You know,
Tortoise.
Yeah. You know how my older brother used to call me? Cold shower. You know why it's so cold shower? No neck. We're gonna do a cut here. Ah, está. See? Now it's, see? Hola! And now we're gonna do something that I learned in Patagonia, Argentina, the south of Argentina. I saw my friend Willie making this. This part here, we call it the codillo, right? The shank, one of the toughest muscles in the animal. Think about this, dude. You have to, lift up, you have to walk, climb. The shanks and the brisket that is here is probably the toughest parts in the animal. Normally, when you cook a whole lamb, this part is gonna be very tough. You're not gonna eat it. And also, here the vacío, this is the vacío, right? And this, after 5-6 hours of cook, it's gonna get all like dry. This technique that I learned is to take advantage of these two muscles that normally you're not gonna eat it or it's not gonna taste good. So check this out. First thing we're gonna do is detach here. So you start cutting. Alright. ¿Esta la sabías, Santi, vos? No. Ah, Santi didn't know this one. Hey, Santi didn't know this one, see? Boom. Codillo. Now we're gonna need to build a pocket, but be careful. So you have to put the knife like this and try to make a pocket without getting to the other side. See, we are getting here inside the membrane. Pocket, baby. Pocket time. Inside. Oh, see? Really? Really?
Easy.
We ran into a problem here that I don't know if it was Santi running away from the police or what, but the pocket is already open, so we're gonna try to invent something here. Okay? It's not gonna look pretty, but it's gonna be efficient. This guy. Yeah, actually, it looks pretty good. Now seasoning time, and we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna just put a little coat of olive oil and salt. That's it. And then while we're cooking, we're gonna do the famous salmuera. Vamos. All right, I like to make a hole every time I cook whole animals to season that part inside. And we're gonna put just my sea salt, and you can put a garlic clove here too. Yeah, this side we're gonna put a little oil. The oil is not gonna only let the seasoning stick more, also it's gonna help to build that like golden color when we are cooking it, mainly at the end of the cook. I'm so jealous about this neck. Look how long it is, dude. So this baby is bigger than we thought, so it's like a 50 pounder. So these racks are ideal to a max of 40 pounds, but I'm gonna tell you why. So this goes into the support, so we have to put it in and out. We need to flip it, rotate it, take this out. So the neck is longer than this. So as much as it hurt me, we need to take the neck away. It's not because I don't have a neck and I'm jealous. It's because the animal or the piece of meat that you put, it can be longer than this part here. So we're gonna save this for another recipe, okay? This is good meat here. This is, yeah, a soup, right? Exactly. All right, I miss you, Santi, dude.
I'm free now.
You're free. All right. Okay guys, now we have a beautiful fire going. When we cook asador style, we cook with the radiant heat of the flame. We don't cook, never, ever flame direct to the meat. Where we want to put the support, ideally, it would be here. The wind blows the feet, and if you need more temperature, you raise it down, or if the wind stops, you put it up. For camera purposes, we're gonna put it here, and I'm gonna show you how to control that temp. Vamos. First, mega important thing that you need to know. We are thinking this cook would be like 5 to 6 hours, right, Santi?
Yep.
So the most important thing, the 80% of the total time that you're gonna cook is gonna be in the bone side. Always, always start in the bone side. And why we put it up? Because believe it or not, the hottest part of this type of grilling is on top. So this is the thickest part of the animal. So we wanna start cooking this part. Now, how I control the temperature? Even if I have a super powerful thermometer and somehow I can measure the temperature here, right? Doesn't matter, because everything is gonna change. That fire is gonna, start turning off. The wind is gonna pick up. So whatever I measure here is not gonna matter. How we control it? With the FRUGONI thermometer, with your hand. So when you plan the strategy, I wanna cook this baby for 5 to 6 hours. I want a low heat, mainly at the beginning of the cook, so the first 2 hours. So I wanna feel the heat, and I wanna count in my head 1, 2, 8. If you have to pull your hand before 8 seconds because it's burning, that's too hot. That's how you measure. So how you control this heat? Adding more or less wood, or bringing this thing down or up. So now my strategy for the first 2 hours is a super slow heat, like 8 seconds. That's my preference. Now is the fun part. Now we're gonna start enjoying. This is gonna cook itself. We're gonna keep adding wood. We're gonna keep controlling the elements. But this is the time to enjoy. Like I was said, open fire, you can't leave to the grocery stores and come back, but it doesn't mean that you have to be stressed out. Santi's here, that he, after 2 months, that he's been working hard. So I'm gonna enjoy his company. We're gonna drink some mates. We're gonna keep cooking. And this is what it's all about, guys. It's enjoying the simple moments of life. Vamos, Santi, baby. Santi's here. Vamos! Okay guys, first check-in. We are 2 hours into the cook. We didn't do anything, only we had some post oak. And check this out, guys. As you can see, down there is more cooked than up here. So the first thing we're gonna do is gonna rotate. We're gonna put this part down, but we're gonna keep cooking on the bone side, right? That's something that I love about this grill, that you can do this, right? Because so some crosses you can't, right? Imagine the typical crosses that are like stuck in the ground. You can't do that. So that's what I think that I love about this grill. I like what I'm seeing, right? I like this color. Again, we are 2 hours in. That's what I wanna see. And I think now that the lamb lost all the coldness, or or the refrigerator. Now it's more in room temperature, and now it's really cooking. Now we're gonna crank up the fire, right? And also we can put some embers down there. That Santi's gonna do that too, right? Now it's time to prepare the salmuera. We put some water here to warm up, and we're gonna use my asado all-purpose rub. You can use it as it is, like a normal rub, or you can mix it with water. Calculate 20% of the whole water, all right, of the liquid you have. You're gonna put that. So we're gonna put it all. We're gonna mix it. We're gonna dissolve a little bit. And salmuera, guys, is like a wet brine, right? It's like a brine, but instead of putting before the cook, you put it during the cook. Because not only it's gonna flavor the meat, it's gonna season the meat. If not the water, that splash is gonna relieve, the tension of the meat. So it's gonna help the cooking process, right? I like this, right? Now I'm like in 6 seconds, we have a more intense fire. The wind is behaving today, so we're good. These coals are heating up very even, everything. So I love everything about this cook. It's going perfect. I'm gonna touch behind, right? To feel the temperature right here, because remember, the heat has to penetrate all the way to the back, right? So when you feel warm in the back, that means that it's ready to flip. So I feel a little warmer on the top. That means that the top is ready to flip, but not down here, right? And remember, this is the thick part. That's what Santi put there, is gonna help a lot. So I'm guessing, guys, cooking 1 more hour, and then we're gonna check it and see if we can flip it. Vamos, Ben? Yes. Okay, guys, 3.5 hours in, but I think it's ready to flip. How do we know? All right, once is the time, right? We just said 3.5 hours, right? My experience, cooking this stuff, I know that it's about right? Second, the golden color, look at that, beautiful golden color. And that's another thing that is important, guys. If you heat it too much, you're gonna get like black spots there. And again, probably it's not gonna affect the final flavor, but it doesn't look good, right? And the third, how do I know, is this. Come here, my dear friend, Ben. Okay, so see how sweaty it is? And I touch it here, it feels warm. It doesn't feel hot, but it feels warm. So that means that the heat penetrated all the way to this part, right? Because of all that, I think it's time to flip. All right, Santi has the muscle, so he's responsible for that. Look at that, just moving. Yeah, you see the drippings? Now I'm thinking, again, by my experience, I think that 1 hour, 1.5 hours, total of 5 hours is gonna be ready. It's like a very common mistake when you cook whole animals or a big piece of meat. You have to heat the first layer of meat, the second layer of meat, and slowly go, passing the heat to the other side, right? If you like start cooking it super fast and hot, what you're gonna do is you're gonna overcook the first layer. Once that layer is overcooked, you're done. In Argentina, we call arrebatarlo, right? Again, that you overcook the first layer. So we don't have any problem because it's already cooked in the inside. We're not gonna arrebatarlo, so now it's time to crank it up a little bit. So Santi's gonna put more. The cook is already done. Now we need to finish it, right? So we're gonna put more heat. We're gonna put more coals under there and try to cook it even. Maybe if we need, we're gonna do one last rotation, but let's see how it goes, okay? Vamos, Santi. Okay guys, 45 minutes since we've turned it. So yes, as we planned it, if you can see, it's getting hotter, right? It's cooking faster there and not here. So now it's time to rotate. I like how it's going. I think another 45 minutes to 1 hour, I'm gonna be eating a total of 5 hours or 5.5 hours. You know what I love when Santiago works and I watch? Beautiful. And keep adding, guys, keep adding. Thank you, Santi. Salmuera, okay? Okay, now we're gonna reorganize the fire again. And for this, donkey long tongue, baby. Love these things. See how far away from the fire are. To manipulate the fire, donkey long tongue. That's the perfect tool. Let's go! Okay guys, we're in the final stretch of the cook and now it's time to make a salsa. This salsa is from my friend Hawk. It's gonna be equal parts of mayo, sour cream. We're gonna use my chimichurri dry mix, but the spicy version, but because it's low sodium, we're gonna add a little bit more of the salt, okay? Not too much. And the juice of 3 limes. So now we're gonna put it back on the fridge. It's gonna wait for the lamb, probably 30-40 minutes. So the herbs are gonna rehydrate and it's gonna be delicioso. Vamos. And next, tortillas, baby. Tortillas. Okay, guys, we're gonna warm up a little bit of tortillas. We're gonna do corn and we're gonna do flour. Look at this. We're gonna take the drippings. Now, flour tortilla. Okay guys, so we're almost done. We're concerned about this leg being so big. So this is a very good sign that it's moving like that. It's not tight anymore, but check this out. Can you see that? If I force it, it's gonna break it. So it's almost there, almost. 10 minutes and we're gonna be eating. Vamos. Okay guys, total time, 5 hours and 15 minutes. Perfect cook. Now we're gonna pull it out. Damn man, I'm proud of this. I'm very proud of this. All right, let's take it to the table. Let it rest for a little bit and let's start chopping on it. Vamos! Yeah. Oh, Woo. Dude. Ooh. It rested for 20 minutes and now let's break it down. Vamos a ver. Let's see if we need a knife, okay? Okay, well, I don't guess we need a knife. I don't guess we need a knife. Check this out, guys. Oh, jeez. This is a waterfall, guys. Remember, guys, the shank? Check this out. Look at that. Look at this meat, guys. Tough meat, look at this. It shreds like butter. Clean bone. This is probably my favorite part, right, Santi? Look at this, guys. Steaks, loins. Dude, I'm not even doing like, check this out. I like to mix the skin with the meat. Look at this. You like this technique, Santi?
More. It's very good.
Very good. First, without anything. Vamos. Moment of the truth, okay? No! No! Vamos. I'm telling you, man. That's the best part. Guys, now it's chopping time. We have big Al. Now it's tortilla time, guys, okay? So, we also did corn tortillas, you know, Mexico in general is more corn. I'm gonna do flour, vamos. That's how I like it. Look at this. And remember, si cierra no es un taco. If it closes, it's not a taco. My Timmy alioli, fresh mint. Mint, this is a piece of art. I'm gonna try the corn one, okay? The fresh mint is something, right, Santi?
Oh, it's amazing.
Vamos. Okay guys, this was it. Complete success. I love cooking whole animals, probably one of my favorite things. The lamb, the sauce, the mint, tortillas, everything was excellent. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as we did. I hope you learned something. If you find value in our channel and what we do, if you entertain you, you'll learn from us. Just give us a follow, comment, like. Everything helps to build up the channel and keep doing what we do. Thanks again. This was Al Frugoni. Whole lamb. Babu! Ciao. Thank you, boss.